Reckoning has dawned for either Argentina or Germany. Tonight they face off for a record third time in a World Cup final. They've won one apiece, and tonight we'll see who prevails. Mark's here to preview this, the last match of the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Good morning, Mark.
Morning, Gendo.
Mark, D-Day has arrived.
Definitely. I mean, it's been a month, and this is what we've been waiting for all month, to see who we're going to get in the final. And I don't think we could ask for a better matchup.
Now, these two nations, Germany and Argentina, are no strangers to the highest and biggest stage in world football.
Yeah, they've met twice already at the World Cup final in 1980, two consecutive World Cups, in fact, 1986. Then it was West Germany, but all the same, 1986 and 1990, they met in the final. They won one apiece, Argentina coming away in 86 with a 3-2 result, Germany winning 1990 1-0. So a lot to play for here.
Now, based on their respective semi-final performances, Germany come into this final as the favourites, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, their showing in the semi-final against Brazil was outstanding, and everyone, based on that performance, will definitely put them as favourites coming to this. But I'm pretty sure that they'll come into this game knowing that they face an entirely different opposition on the night. Brazil, in that game, were trying to win the game. I don't think Argentina necessarily will approach the game as aggressive as Brazil. I think they're going to sit back and try to absorb as much pressure as possible. And they know how dangerous the Germans are, and they're going to play to those, obviously, to those permutations.
And in terms of the mindset, so that these two teams come into the match with, what do you think is going through the Argentinians and the Germans?
Like I say, Germany obviously will come in with a really positive mindset, and they'll want to continue from where they left off on Tuesday. And they'll definitely come in and be the more adventurous team. They're going to really have a go. And it's weird saying that for a European team playing against a South American team. But Germany are going to be the aggressors in this game. And I think Argentina are going to most likely sit back and try to absorb and really keep their shape and absorb as much pressure as possible, and then hope that the likes of Messi, obviously their main attacking threat, will have these moments of brilliance and cause problems for the Germans.
With that said, Mark, I think it would be very good roundabout now to get into the formations of what we think the Germans and Argentinians will be setting up like, in terms of whether it's a 5-4-1, a 4-3-3, whether they're sticking to what they did in the previous matches where they played the semi-finals, and this being the Germans, 4-5-1, you reckon? Definitely.
This is obviously the lineup. I think they shouldn't change it. From what happened on Tuesday, they played really well. These players know one another. They've played together for a while. So,
but Mark, they weren't really tested, though.
You can't say that. They played against Brazil in the semi-final of a World Cup. The only thing is that they were clinical. It was a test in itself. If they did not take their chances, we would be speaking another story. But they were clinical in the way they took their chances. The back four were really solid. I mean, with a guy like Hummels there, Hummels is probably one of the better players in the tournament. He's even in line. He's one of the nominees for player of the tournament. So he's had a really solid tournament, and he's going to be important tonight. Boateng and Hummels formed a really good combination. In the midfield, Schweinsteiger, Khedira, and Kroos, we saw how well they got into the box, and they caused problems going forward. But at the same time, they were able to track back and make sure that they hold the fort in front of the defense as well. So this is a really good team effort. And then obviously Klose will be looking to extend his record now that he's all-time leading scorer in World Cup history. So there's a lot to play for in this team, and they're a solid team as a whole. If we look at them going forward, they're a marvel to watch. A German team, Germans are not known for playing beautiful football in past times, but this team has defied all that. They're probably one of the better footballing teams in the tournament. As you can see, the back two will probably stay and just hold their line there. But from the left back and right back, they really go high up the field. And then you got Schweinsteiger and Khedira, who hold the midfield really well. And like we said, this team plays on the opposites. So if you have a guy like Lahm going down the wing, the opposite midfielder is the one that'll get in the box. So we'll see Schweinsteiger getting in the box. If it happens on Hauvidis goes down the left, then you'll get Khedira going in the box, and Schweinsteiger will hold. They play on the opposite. And then we saw how dangerous Kroos is, arriving late in the box. He scored the third goal for Germany against Brazil, and it was a ball that was cut. All the defenders missed it, and he found himself coming in late into the box. He struck it first time, and that's what they were looking to do. For me, though, a guy like Müller is very important. He's a big match player. He comes up with big match performances. So Argentina will be really wary of him. Ozil, if he shines, he's a beautiful player to watch. And then Klose obviously is there as well. And then if we look at them going into defense. I mean, they go forward as a unit and they defend as a unit as well. And you'll see again, they'll keep their back four, but the guy like Schweinsteiger, number 7, Khedira, number 6, they're going to be key in defense as well. They'll play just in front of the back four. And then, but all of them work going both ways. And that's what's key with the Germans. They work as a unit. They attack as a unit and they defend as a unit. And that's why they're so difficult to beat. And then obviously, we can't count out number 1. For me, I don't understand why he's not one of the nominees for player of the tournament. Manuel Neuer has been huge for Germany in this tournament. In the games that were really close for them, your Ghana game, your Algeria game, he's been the difference for Germany. And so he's going to be a big player tonight again, I think.
Do you think they should actually have, because he is part of the Goalkeeper of the Year nominees, he's one of them, but having said that, should they actually collapse all of that into one and actually have a player of the year as opposed to separating the open field players from the goalkeepers?
A goalkeeper is considered a player, so he can be considered. Oliver Kahn, if you remember, in 2002 was voted player of the tournament, even though he's a goalkeeper. So a goalkeeper can be voted player of the tournament. He's just not on the list. And for me, I'm not on the panel, so obviously they didn't see him as a key player. But obviously how well Germany's been doing has played a role in that. People sometimes forget how good the goalkeeper's doing when the team is playing well. But he's been a big player for them. And I think tonight will be no different. I think he might even be the difference.
Let's have a look, see what Argentina will be looking to do on the night.
Argentina, again, they played really well against the Dutch. They were really organized, and they never gave them much chance. And that's what they're going to have to do tonight. Tonight, they're going to even have to double their efforts because the Germans are a lot more clinical than the Dutch are. They can't make any mistakes. But I must point out a guy like De Michelis. De Michelis didn't start the tournament as a starting player, but he's come in and he's really solidified this defense. I think it was Fernandez who played ahead of him prior, I think in the opening, in the group games. Yeah. But De Michelis has really come with his experience. He's solidified this defense, and they're going to have to be rock solid today again. We know a guy like Mascherano was pivotal in them reaching the final. In the semi-final, he's probably his biggest game of the tournament. And then you guys have Perez and Bilia. So they're going to defend with the back four, and these three are definitely going to be key in the midfield because, like we said again, Germany play to win the midfield battle, and if they win the midfield battle, they hurt teams. So these three are going to be key. They're going to have to make sure that they don't allow any balls being played through in between them. And then obviously we've got Lavezzi, Higuain, Messi. Those are your attacking threats. Obviously Messi is now going to have to show why he's considered the best player in the world.
All right, now with that said, Mark, I think you've also prepared the attack and defense for these Oaks to see how they actually plan to do it. Oh, there we go.
I think they'll be a lot more conservative, if I can say that. The 4-year won't attack as much as the Germans will. They'll try to hold the fort and make sure that they don't get countered. But yeah, there's enough attacking threat within these 4-year to go forward and cause enough problems. Messi will be big. Higuain will have a big role to play. But for me, the big thing for them is defensively, how they keep their shape. They're going to have to be really solid. And like we said, the back four and midfield three are going to have to hold. They're going to have to be as compact as possible so Germany can't play balls in between them.
All right, let's have a look, see at what the key players are going to be doing. Lionel Messi, as well as Thomas Müller on the German side. But let's start with Lionel Messi. He's got some stats which are fairly interesting. He's played all 6 matches, scored 4 goals and an assist as well.
I think his assist doesn't do him justice because he's provided so much more than just that one. But the guys weren't able to finish. And so Messi, if he can play the way he's been playing and, just try and really cause the Germans a lot of problems, Argentina definitely do have a chance today.
And we'll look at Thomas Müller on his side because really, for a lot of people are saying it's a Lionel Messi against Thomas Müller match.
I think, Leo Messi is big for Argentina, but I think the thing with Germany, they are good as a collective. Müller has been one of the standout players. He's a big match player. When they need him, he stands up. Again, he scored 5 goals in 2010, again 5 goals in 2014. So he could go on to beat Klose's all-time record in the next World Cup, who knows. But Müller is a big match player, and they'll be looking to him to, again, stamp his authority on this game tonight.
He's made 8 solo runs into the area, a lot less than Lionel Messi. So he's an arriver and a killer.
Definitely. I mean, he gets, and you can see he's got 3 assists as well. So 5 goals, 3 assists. He stands in line for the golden. If he can score again, I don't think James has as many assists as him. He won the last Golden Boot based on the amount of assists he had. and I wouldn't put it past him getting another goal tonight. So Müller is, I mean, he's a key player, and he's one Argentina are going to be very wary of.
Interesting enough, when he won his first Golden Boot in 2010, he'd only just joined the German team. So this guy is actually quite a phenomenon.
No, he definitely is. He's not an aesthetically beautiful player, but he gets the job done, and that's what you need. You don't always need to shine. You know, it's not always about the prettiness, but as long as you do the job on the day, that's what Germany will be looking to with him.
Now, I know we've got a minute left. I'm going to ask for some tweets to see what people are saying about this particular preview, this match between Argentina and Germany. These biggest footballing nations in the world, amongst the top four. Let's see if we've got some tweets coming up. There's James Hubert says, I think Germany might concentrate on keeping Messi quiet and lose focus on their own game. I seriously doubt that, Mark.
That's the difference between this game and the Brazil game. Germany are going to have to keep a close eye on Messi. They know that. So that might, against Brazil,
focus?
I don't think the Germans will ever lose
That's what
focus.
I'm saying. I doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Bring back our girls. Yes, bring back our girls. They're still out there. They need to be brought back. I mean, it's ridiculous how long it's been. Good luck, Argentina. But fingers tightly crossed for Germany. Come on, boys. You can do it. Common team Germany. All right, she's rooting for Germany. And Vicky says, one team, one love, one dream. Go Argentina, the final.
One thing I must say, I think for the German team, this is probably not their last chance. For the Argentinian team,
it's their last chance.
This might be their last chance at glory.
And I've been sure that I need to get off set now because we've run out of time. But Suraj M. Turani, last one, says, go Messi, go and make history. World is waiting for you. Mark?
A lot rests on Messi's shoulders, so I'm rooting for him as well, and hopefully he'll come through.
All right, unfortunately, we can't take Chepu's tweets. Sorry, Chepu. I want to thank you very much for having sent us those tweets. We want to know what you think. We're all looking forward to a great final tonight. And Mark has done an awesome job previewing this, the final that's coming up, as well as all of the other matches that have happened. Tomorrow we'll be doing a wrap of a little bit of what's happened in the World Cup, as well as specifically, though, tonight's match, where hopefully we'll be celebrating the one team that I favor.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be an interesting day. Let's hope tonight goes well.
Fantastic, Mark. Right, we're going to be back with more news at the top of the hour, so don't go anywhere.